This is Stuart Cameron with a look at yesterday's rugby from the Borders. And the weather once again caused problems for some of our teams, but we did manage to get some games on, thanks to the tremendous effort from supporters who helped clear snow from the pitches. Well, let's start with Hawick against Kelso in the National League, because the Greens' 42-13 win at Mansfield Park in the mud puts them at the top of the table. And of their 6 tries, John Coots got his 3rd hat-trick of the season. That pushes him to the top of the Borders rugby rankings. He's got 15 for the season so far in the league for both Hawick and Hawick YM, where he started the season. He was joined on the score sheet by Scott McLeod, Neil McComb and Kieran Willison, with Lee Armstrong kicking 3 conversions and a couple of penalty goals. For Kelso, they managed a try by former Hawick forward Michael Robertson and a penalty try, with Murray Hasty kicking a penalty. With Selkirk beating Watsonians and Glasgow Hawks' game at Jed Forest postponed, it means Hawick are looking good for their 5-point lead. Reaction first from the Greens, Graham Hogg.
Need as many points as we can, and to get that bonus point is perfect for us, especially with Selkirk doing us a favour. That's a big win for them against Watson, so it's in our hands now.
The Kelso point of view now from captain Richard Minto.
Very disappointed, especially the way we went in the second half. Very soft tries we gave away, and it was kind of made it easy for Hawick to rack up the score that they did in 42 points. We done okay in the first half. We kind of set about our work well, kept it tight, which was our game plan on a day like this. But as I say, second half they got away from us.
I mentioned that Selkirk beat Watsonians in a dogfight at Philip Hawk, while Fraser Harkness scored the only try of the game. That came in the first half, but 2 Brian Walls penalties gave Sonians the advantage. But a Mike McVie penalty sealed the match 8-6 and gave stalwart Neil Darling the perfect send-off in his final game for the club.
It's quite humbling, I must admit, Stuart, seeing all the folk doing here again this morning. I've been here at 9 o'clock starting to shovel snow. 80 odd folk at game point counted, clearing the pitch for the day, and to get that game on was just I couldn't ask for a better ending, and just the game itself, the players just battled for 80 minutes a day, and it was a battle. Conditions one of the best, but we just knuckled down and we got on with it, and it was quite emotional at the end. You getting out of the change rooms and getting some of the players and all that, but after you have to walk away someday and let the young boys go on with it. And I might not be an old man, but the time's right to move on now, and I've had 12 glorious years here, and I wish the club all the best.
Neil certainly won't be lost to the game and has shown interest in getting into coaching, so we look forward to seeing him involved in rugby in the near future. And of course, we all wish him well. One of the real Borders rugby characters. On to the Premiership now, and of the 5 games scheduled, only 2 got the green light. Ayr crept past Heriots at Golden Acre to win 22-16, scoring 3 tries to 2, although Heriots on the day were the better side. Ayr didn't get a try bonus, but neither did Gala in their home game against Curry. They led 14-6 at the break thanks to a penalty try and one by Grant Somerville, both converted by Lee Miller to a couple of Jamie Forbes penalties. A solitary penalty, though, by Miller in injury time was the only score of the second period. But it keeps pressure on Ayr at the top of the table, Ayr leading by 6 points, but Gala have a game in hand. Well, that win puts Gala above Peebles at the top of the Borders rugby rankings team list, because they've now scored more league points this season than any other Borders senior club. So a win, but the performance was still not the best we've seen this season from the Maroons, according to coach George Graham.
I just had a bit of a go at the players in there. I think it was more of a decision making in the second half that let us down, and their execution of the moves that we've practiced 1,000 times that we just never got. And I think the conditions, it's cold, but supporters done a fantastic job of clearing the snow, but it's still cold and there's a biting wind. But that's no excuse for stupid errors that we let ourselves down with. I think after going in at half time fairly dominant in every aspect of the game, I felt to coming out in the second half to been very ordinary, and Curry, they've got a dogged side. They come out, they put us under pressure, and unfortunately, if they'd been a bit even more accurate as well, they could possibly have scored a try. But I felt we sort of controlled the game from start to finish, but we just made far too many errors.
The only other 2 local teams in action were Hawick Lindeen in East League 2 against Trinity Accies, where they came away with nothing after going down 18-10 at Bangham, and Walkerburn, who won 32-30 at Queensferry in East League 3. A small boost to the club, who meet tonight with players, fans and sponsors to try and kickstart the club. If you're interested in ensuring Walkerburn stays alive, then get yourself down to the clubhouse to talk about the future. For a full list of fixtures and all the latest news, results, video, audio and rankings, go to bordersrugby.net.
Stark, Main & Co are a UK award-winning firm of chartered tax advisors and accountants committed to offering high-quality tax and business advisory services. With a committed and professional team, we have the focus and drive to help you change the numbers which are important to you. We are proud of the difference we can make together.